We are live 364 days a year. What are we doing here?
If Dom turns at SummerSlam, I'm shaving my moustache off. I told you, if that happens, it's going. My lip is cold because of a stupid bet that I made with YouTube.
Oh, good.
Wrestle's better than Daniel Bryan Daniels. Better than Okada.
How do you not get 50 after Monday Night Raw?
What's going on, everyone? It is your boy Shad Talks Graps, and we are back with another installment of the Wrestling Republic Daily Broadcast. We on the 999 episode, man. Tomorrow is 1000, but we ain't talking about tomorrow. We're talking about tonight. This has been an eventful day for pro wrestling, and this is the WWE WrestlePalooza post-show review. Man, this is going to be one that has a lot of fans either happy or upset, and we're here to talk about it all. But I can't do this by myself. We on off the air fashion, and you know I can't do that without my dog returning to the daily. Big Drizz, how you doing, bro?
Good morning, afternoon, and evening. It's the guy you should believe in. It is your boy Dryzzy, the wrestling plug. You don't know what to watch. I got you, boy. My WWE and this ESPN thing are off to a horrible start. Horrible. Just take it off. Disgusting. Just disgusting.
We're going to talk about it all. Why it's a horrible start for sure, man. I can't disagree. I just got to say this, man. I told you. What did I say? This whole week, what was the better card? We're going to talk about it. But we also have, last but not least, my dog, Dez. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. The show, yeah, I'll give it to you guys, Sean. I'll give it to you, Dryzzy. WrestlePalooza, it was kind of mid. It did not live up to the hype. The emphasis on the L in WrestlePalooza, but I'm excited to break it down with you guys. Let's start it off.
Let's talk about it, and let's talk about what started off the show, man, because this is what kind of got people rattled. This is what got people kind of going in a frenzy. We on this John Cena retirement tour, and he hit a roadblock. And I swear to you, in Triple H's vision of pro wrestling, that we want to do some Vince McMahon BS. But here we are. We doing some Vince McMahon BS. Brock Lesnar beating him down pretty effortlessly, if you ask me. Fairly short match. Making kids cry. Making Paul Heyman do his shtick. Hurting the referee. The whole nine. I'll say this before I give it to y'all on the solo cut. I'm just utterly disgusted by this. It's 2025. There's no reason for us to push Brock Lesnar to the moon. There's no reason for a route that John Cena is on a retirement tour, and he's beaten the likes of Randy Orton. He's beaten the likes of CM Punk. He beat Cody Rhodes for a title, but the roadblock and losses the beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar. It is 2025. This guy is not a full-time talent. This guy does nothing of significance for the WWE. The WWE has been better since he has been non-relevant to the roster. And this is what we're doing. This was just something that was a stupid match when they booked it, but the style and how it finished out, completely utter BS, if you ask me. It started off on a bad note, and I feel like that kind of led the way for the rest of the show. But I might be alone on this. I want to know what y'all think. Dryzzy, give me your thoughts, man.
Y'all got me out here making Pusha T face. I'm like, yuck. Just yuck.
Yeah.
Nobody is trying to see Brock Lesnar. First off, after everything that's been going on in the past year with Brock Lesnar, you would think that the WWE would want to keep their hands far, far away from him. On top of that, the way wrestling has been lately, it's been refreshing not to have the overlooming threat of Brock Lesnar keeping a major title chokehold for a while and putting him in the match with John Cena and beating him in the fashion that he did. gives us just the omen that might end up happening again. We're hoping to God it doesn't, but nobody. I understand this is Cena's farewell tour. He wants to revisit the feuds that he can revisit. He can't revisit all of them. We've seen a little bit of that. I'm sure they'll talk about it tomorrow on the Daily for the AEW post show. But nope, the Brock Lesnar one should have been a one and done. Let Cena get his win and let's move on to the next thing. I don't need another 2 months of Brock Lesnar around. I really don't. He doesn't do anything for me wrestling wise. He doesn't do anything for me character wise. There's nothing about any of this that is bringing me or bringing new fans to want to see any of this. In fact, the moment I seen Brock Lesnar show up at the last pay per view, I probably checked out on a lot of WWE stuff for a minute just because I don't want to see him on my screen, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of fans who do not want to see him on their screen either.
Yeah, bro. I completely agree with you on that. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
My bad. That's a messing up. No, it's a reason why a lot of people checked out. Honestly, like him returning made a lot of people feel uneasy. And whatever that topic is that topic, and it's a credible topic for people to say on it. But just off of a booking standpoint, it's just like it's the same. Like you said, it's the same stuff, man. Like it's been what we've been force fed for a while. Like this isn't the same guy. Like I just it's so much of a playback of the old stuff, but it's like not
And
like
you know
so.
what's crazy?
Mhm.
You see how they swapped it around with Punk and Cena.
Yeah,
They didn't even do that.
No.
They didn't even think that, you know what? Let's keep Cowboy Brock, the face Cowboy Brock against the heel Cena. They didn't even do that. So
no,
what
it was
the,
it's baby like he was making the kids cry and all that. Like it's just I don't know. It feels so redundant in a bad place, and it's something that's just like I guess you could have kind of saw it forecoming, right? Like because it is this whole ESPN PLE aspect. Brock Lesnar is a familiar face to it. Look, all the people this entire week it's been these pundits on ESPN, these interviews, and all of these people can't tell you anybody on the card other than the people that are like the John Cena's, the Brock Lesnar's, and that's it. They know Seth because he does these like sports cameo stuff here and there. They probably don't know who the hell Io Sky is. They don't know who the hell Stephanie Vaquer is. They probably don't even know who Becky Lynch is, right? They don't even know who the Usos are. Like, and they're playing off of that nostalgia aspect of the good old days popularity standpoint. They was doing the predictions for Brock and Cena on College Game Day, but they was only doing that match, and it's just like I pro wrestling, man. Like we watch this shit every day. Every day. We fall to become fans of these wrestlers every week on these shows. And for y'all to like play catering to the casuals to that degree, it's annoying. It makes me feel like you're insulting me as a fan that dedicates my time on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays to watch your product. I mean, this is how I feel about it. That's kind of what I got at just of this match. I do want to get to a comment though, because we do got the boy DCX Warlord saying, ironic how Triple H said that there was going to be a surprise, yet the only surprise was Stephanie getting inducted into the 2026 Hall of Fame by Taker. Cool moment, cute moment.
ooh, Stephanie. Yeah, let me take you into the Hall of Fame. Rest in peace.
Des, I know you had a lot of words on this too, man. Give me your thoughts on this match.
Look, I'm all for nostalgia, right? Cena versus Punk. It was fine. It was great. I'm happy they did it. Cena versus Orton. That was cool. Cena versus Cody. Maybe not the same power of nostalgia, but they had a feud, right? This was something for me that did not need to be revisited at all, right? Brock coming back, I get it, right? A lot of controversy. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. But Brock coming back, it's cool. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, Brock comes back, John Cena beats him and overcomes the dude that's been the biggest thorn on his side. No, we just play the hits. This is SummerSlam 2014 all over again. And I'm just not a fan of it because this was something that I feel like doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like we're going to bring Brock Lesnar back to beat up John Cena, and then that's it. Like, this was something that did not need to be visited. The feud leading up to it was just not very good. They barely even had any interaction with each other. It was just them cutting promos, right? Brock Lesnar comes out, F5s Corey Graves, beats up Michael Cole. Like, yeah, it builds me the story that Brock Lesnar is this beast, and I know he's the beast. I know he's a dangerous dude, but, like, to me, it didn't make any sense. Like, if it was for the shock factor, it made sense in 2014, right? Brock Lesnar, he beats Undertaker. John Cena, he's John Cena. And what I mean by that is we're talking Super Cena, right? Where John Cena never lost. So when he got destroyed by Brock Lesnar, that was a shock. This was something that really didn't need to be a shock. It should have just been Cena comes in, pins Lesnar, and then that's it, right? Look, I got my boy right here, bro. And he got his ass beat. He got beat up, right? And all the kids in the crowd, they were crying. He brought kids into the entranceway to see their boy get beat up like that. Can you imagine their kids being like, wow, my hero, he got beat up? What does that say? I hated this, man. I hate to be negative, but I really was not a fan of this at all.
This. Brock Lesnar doesn't care about anybody's kids.
Yeah, he said heats later. He said, I don't give a dookie about your kids, bro. He did say it.
We got some comments. Salute to the chat gang. My boy Benjamin Davis said, I left WrestlePalooza a bigger AW fan. Sorry.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm a sicko, bro. I'm a sicko.
Nice.
Salute to Sis Atomic Merp saying you and her and you on the same page. There's Look, man. This is the same page, and this is other thing too, man. Like they taxing for the future now, bro. Like this is how the pay-per-view game is gonna be.
Yeah, that's just true. I forgot what show was on. This is like I said it again.
Now that shit trash, bro. Say it. I'm gonna say this shit is trash.
You're right. You're right.
It is trash. Like nobody's trying to watch this shit for $30.
Exactly.
At least when we have Peacock, it's $5. You're like, it is what it is. I'll be back next month. You can justify that. But I'm not paying $30 to go home unentertained. I'm not supposed to be entertained by this.
I agree.
The show as a whole, I'm not sport entertained. Maybe
I agree.
The structure too, bro. By that means like it's being on an ESPN platform. Commercials are like a lot more. The flow, like this isn't a long card, by the way. There's only 5 matches,
right? And it started at 7. This was a 3-hour card, and the first 30 minutes there was only 8 minutes of actual wrestling.
Yeah, that's true.
The other 20-something minutes was all commercials and video packages. That is
You're right.
The majority, it was at least half of, because we were watching in the chat the Kyle Fletcher, Adam Page match, and this at the same time, and half of that match, the second half of that match, was commercials.
Yeah.
It was. No, you're not wrong. You're right. I do want to add one more thing. I prefer Cody and Cena at WrestleMania over this because at least with Cody and Cena, I felt something. Here, I was like, this was a waste of time. No, Cody Cena was a waste of time to him. Don't get me wrong.
I like Cena and R-Truth more than this.
I agree. That was fun. I love that idea. Like, that was blessed. I'm with you on that. Cena versus Brock is on par for the worst match on this tour. Given he had a match with Sami Zayn, Logan Paul, and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam, and this is what y'all give out, I'm sorry, bro. It's a step down.
This was the worst Cena match for sure on the tour.
For sure.
This is the worst match of the year, without a doubt. This is the worst match that I've seen this entire year in totality of like the structure,
okay, that's
everything
fair.
tied to it. It's the worst match. No, I'm not. Of course, I'm not gonna pick I don't know, like Farmer Joe versus some
Jey
random
Uso versus
person
Austin Theory
in a
was
bingo
better.
hall somewhere.
Yeah.
That don't count, okay? That doesn't
Right.
right? So let's get to the next topic, man.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's talk about the Usos. Let's talk about Division. Let's talk about another Raw main event happening on the PLE.
Yeah.
This match was cool. This match was fine. It served its purpose. The Bronze get the victory. You had Mr. LA Knight tied within it, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is that even cool anymore?
I think so.
I think it is.
I mean, Yee is cool. Yee and I feel like it is.
We're building obviously up with something between those two catchphrase guys, but the Bronze division, they come out victorious. I'm gonna give y'all a little quick hits on this one so we can get to these bigger matches. But Dryzzy, what did you think of the match?
A decent match. You hit the nail on the head with it being a Raw main event because it just wasn't hitting like it. And even this is also another one that wasted a lot of time because it was about maybe 10 to 15 minutes before they even got in the ring to touch. In fact, the Usos' interest alone was 10 minutes, and I don't really need that. It kind of takes you out of the excitement for the match because it's supposed to be our big Usos reunion, and yes, they did play some of the hits, but at the same time, they're still right hand man Jay Uso, main event Jay, and Jimmy. They're still like two separate entities. Still, they still feel like they're not the Usos. Yes, they're the Usos, but they're not at the exact same time. Jimmy might as well still be on SmackDown for all this. So it wasn't a bad match. It told a story. The Vision is dominant tonight, so it feeds into everything.
They are. They that's the I guess that's the main thing, right? We need to keep those two guys kind of strong within it. It should feel more important though, because they beat a Hall of Fame tag team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you beat arguably one of the best tag teams of all time, and it just doesn't like I think what you just said, right? It's the Usos, but it don't feel like the Usos because we put them in these like single stories and kind of built them within it. You know, and I'll be honest with you, similar to me, the build for it has been kind of rush how we got Jay and Jimmy back together, and it doesn't feel cohesive within it. Maybe the story's not done. I'm not sure. Obviously, we got some time to see on that. But Des, I want to know your thoughts on the match.
Yeah, it was simply nostalgia, right? Them coming out together, it was pretty cool. But I agree with Dryzzy. It didn't feel like the Usos, right? It just felt like Jimmy and Jay, they were there for the match, but they weren't on the same page, right? They weren't really Uso Penitentiary. They weren't really, we the ones. It wasn't that type of Usos yet. So that's why it doesn't feel as big of a win because it just felt like the Usos, they weren't really on the same page, right? Also, I got to say, LA Knight, honestly, in kayfabe, might be the worst referee. You had Bronson Reed trying to hit Jay Uso with a chair, and he's like, nah, you can't do that. But then when Jimmy had it, he's like, you good. You do your thing. You do your thing. Like, bro, you got to play at both sides. It's like Bryan Danielson, I know it's AEW, he literally gave the bag to Darby Allin to choke out Moxley. Like, bro, you gotta be fair. You can't be biased like that. But the match was fine. Jay got cut open apparently too. I don't know if he hit himself with the chair. Like when I was watching it, it looked like there was blood on Braun Breaker's shoulder. So I guess he did get cut up. But yeah, the match was fine. I really hope they do more with the Usos. I feel like the path is leading towards the Lucha Bros versus the Usos, which should be a fantastic match if they go in that route. But I don't hate it. The Vision, they're the big boys. They're the big faction in WWE right now. So to make them look strong, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, and we got a comment in regards to them boys. We got Millennial Noob saying, I got a feeling that Breaker and Reed are going to win the World Tag Team titles.
They should.
And JD, man, I forgot them boys was tag team champs.
That's the problem. That's the problem right there. See? That's why they got to win, so they can make that tag team division more important. The fact that you said you forgot their champions is already an alarming red flag for that tag division.
I mean, they was holding them titles for a while and wrestled 2 times in it, so it ain't it ain't far from what they do. We got the bro just a partner here saying WrestlePaloozas was an overhyped show, and then earlier he said that typical Brock Lesnar match.
Yeah, for sure.
He is definitely mad. It's all right, bro.
I get it.
This is a good segue right here. Both Stephanies had their moment. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about something that was good tonight. Io Sky versus Stephanie Vaquer. The title that was taken away from Miss Naomi as she's going out there and being a mom. Vacant world championship. And these women, like they have in other matches, delivered to the umph degree. I enjoyed this match. This was arguably match of the night on the WWE show. Put on a clinic, well wrestled. I love the fact that Io was selling the hell out of that knee. And I said this in the prediction show, man. There's something just about Stephanie Vaquer that screams the big IT, the it factor, the word that is aura that people use all the time. She is the epitome of like a major star, and you can tell that the WWE is looking in that direction to put her in that position. The fact that you had her standing in there with some legends, with some certified stars that are already in the company in that presser this past week for Mania and Saudi Arabia shows that, yeah, we want to put her on full display because we want her to be one of the face of the companies. And that's kind of what they did. So it makes sense. I think that her being on that match and winning that match, it makes a lot of sense, man. Io is amazing. She's been champion before a couple times. She don't need it, but she could come back for it, and these women could definitely go back again and wrestle. I want to know what y'all thought, though, man. Des, I'll go to you first, man. What were your thoughts on the match?
Just like y'all said, match of the night. I agree. Now, I did say this was going to be the match of the night between both companies. Now, I don't think it hit that extent, but given the time they had, they exceeded all expectations. They proved once again, man, they are two of the best wrestlers in the entire company, men and women. They just got it, man. They have amazing chemistry together. I agree wholeheartedly with what you said, Shad. They put Stephanie in the Saudi presser because they see her. They see that she is the future. And I said it too. I was saying Stephanie Vaquer is going to be talked about in the same extent that we talk about Rhea Ripley because she has that same it factor. And the fact that she's learning English helped her even more because now her promo, her mic work's going to be even better. What I love most about Stephanie is her motto, right? Besides La Primera, it's wrestling is her first language, and you see it because her in-ring work is fantastic. She truly is a superstar. Her hugging her father was, for me, moment of the night between her and Stephanie getting McMahon being inducted to the Hall of Fame. This was a fantastic match. I got to see him run it again, man. And I'm really interested because if you guys don't know, well, I know you guys know, but for anybody who doesn't know, WWE is bringing back the Crown Jewel Championship stipulation, which means we get a world where it's Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton. And I think that match could definitely be a match of the year contender.
So I want to say something to a point you made, right? And this is nothing against what you said, obviously, right? It's just a trope that I hate. I hate the fact that people have to say the fact that, and you're not saying this, obviously, I'm saying this in general, but I hate the fact that everyone's like, oh, the language barrier is something that pushes someone away from being a superstar. Like, I feel that there is look at a person like Asuka, right? She doesn't speak fluent English, but she's had some of the best world title reigns in WWE history, and her presence, her wrestling, that speaks for itself, right? And like Asuka's gonna go down as a WWE Hall of Famer.
Oh, for sure.
Before her career finishes out. Io's the same way too. She's carving herself
as well. You can throw all of them in there.
Yeah, so to me, I think Vaquer is in the same boat where it's just like, yo, you don't like her English is fine enough. Like I think she like when she speaks, it sounds great, but like I don't need her to come out and being like Becky Lynch cutting world class promos on people and stuff like that. You know, like there's just even like silence, bro. Just the facial expressions, her just staring at people and stuff like that. Like, you know, body language, like stuff like that. It creates superstar power.
What's crazy is America is the only place where they want different people, but they want diversity, but they want it to be within means. Like, we want y'all to be different, but don't be too different that we don't understand you. Y'all don't want, it's like,
Yeah,
they
I
don't
know.
really want diversity like that.
Mm.
And that's the one thing I do hate about WWE, because it seems like, yeah, with Stephanie Walker, yes, she has a little bit of her accent is thick, it is strong. Like, yeah, you hear the different language, but that's what makes it unique. That's what makes you want to see more of her, because you're not hearing people talk like that every day.
Oh, sure.
And that's
Same as you
the
said with
beauty of it,
Oscar.
and that's life too, right? Like
Yeah, exactly.
we know people like from different walks of life, different like accents, like
Yeah.
Yes,
even like someone like Becky Lynch, right? She's got a thick
Dude,
Irish accent too, right?
she
So it's
yes,
just like,
Yeah, exactly.
but you can't be too different. Yeah, you got that accent, but make sure it's English. It's English,
Right.
English, English.
yeah. Well, to
I'm
that
with
point,
you.
Drizzy, I kind of want you to obviously we NXT faithful here.
Yes,
How's it feel to see our girl Stephanie become world champion also?
it was a matter of time. I'm kind of the way it happened. But the way this business is, the show must go on. I kind of wish that we had a chance to get a time machine to just go back and look and see how this would have played out as a whole. If she really would have gotten the belt right this same exact way, or if it would have happened earlier at Clash of Paris, or if this would even didn't even happen at all. I don't know, but I do love the fact that they're genuinely letting her get over, they're genuinely letting her wrestle, they're genuinely let her just be herself. Other than the promos that everybody complains about, but I don't hear none of that mess. They're letting what she built in NXT actually work on the main roster, and that has been the biggest knock on the NXT, is that there's no I can't even get the word. There's no fluidity between the two shows. But should she did in NXT, it works. So they use it on the main roster, and now we have her as our new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I'm absolutely in love with her. I can't wait to see the magic that she makes in the ring with the other people. Looking forward to that Rhea Stephanie match whenever it does happen. And even if they even go back and let Io and her run it back again, I know they can sit there and burn the house down.
No doubt, man. And I
For sure. Yeah.
definitely agree with that. There is a phenomenal comment that I love right here. Millennial Noob. Stephanie has a stoic aura about her. That is
Oh, definitely.
the epitome.
Yeah.
That is the word that you have to say. She just like it's just so it's like it's breathtaking. You know what I'm saying? Like she has a breathtaking like look to her and whatnot. And yeah, she
Right.
got the crowd eating from the palm of her hands, man. She's
And doesn't
doing
have to
great
do
She
things.
much.
does.
It does
I
not have
w-
to do much.
yeah. I want to add one thing too. It's like even though
More
she,
people get that too, bro.
yeah, exactly. But I would say I want to add one thing where it's like even though she's not from America, when she wrestles, we're in her world, and it feels that way because every time she wrestles, she tears it down.
Yeah, not for without a doubt. And Fernando Zayas, what's going on, bro? Buenos noches, WR crew. All Out was a fire show tonight. We are going to
Sure.
break that down tomorrow on the Wrestling Republic Daily broadcast. So make sure y'all tune into that. Very fire show. I'm
For
almost done
1,000.
finishing it also. So I've been watching a lot of wrestling in fast paced time. It's been great. And then also Stephanie V, pound for pound, best women's wrestler in WWE. Ooh,
That
I'd
is
say
a
her or
tough one to
Io.
say. That is a tough one to say. I don't know if she's the
So,
best in WWE, but
for,
I'll give you top five on it. I'll give you top five on it.
I
I
still I still pick the woman that she beat tonight as the best pound for pound women's
I
wrestler.
agree. I agree.
But let's talk about other women's wrestlers because we had a couples match tonight. Couples match. Mr. Phil Brooks and AJ Mendez versus Seth freaking Lynch
Kobe,
and
Kobe,
Beth
Kobe,
Kobe,
and
right?
Rebecca.
Rebecca Quinn and Kobe. What's Kobe? Is his last name? Is like
This is Lopez, I think.
Lopez. Yeah, Kobe Lopez. Yeah. We had the couples match, man. And may I, guys? May I? Because
Go
I need
ahead.
to say something real quick. This is y'all's GOAT. This is the woman that y'all been raving about. This is the woman that y'all been saying who is the lost art of pro wrestling that we missed and y'all was going crazy for. Nah, not for me. I'm good on it, yo. AJ Lee, great talker, great presence, all of that. But when that bell rang, I saw a whole lot of mid pack. Yeah, okay, she's rusty, blah, blah, blah. She looked like an amateur out there. She wasn't doing nothing that was moving me. This was a fun match. They booked it to the best that they could do to hide her deficiencies as a professional wrestler. They did a great job to fix the blemishes that were there. Because in my humble opinion, AJ Lee did nothing of significance besides tell the story that was already told within it. And a lot of the reason it looked good is because of our GOAT right there. That book that you see right there, Miss Rebecca Quinn, yeah, her back is hurting because she was carrying. She's carrying this feud. He's carrying his match. All right? So none of all y'all AJ Lee super fans, don't come around my way acting like she's the GOAT. Because to be the GOAT, you got to talk the talk, but you also got to walk the walk. And I don't know, man. Those Converses might be hurting her feet. They don't got a lot of arch support on there because I ain't see a lot of great walking. That's all I got to say. The floor is yours. Dryzzy, you looking at me like I'm crazy.
You are. No, this is not my. No, first off, not my goat. My goat was on that season of NXT with AJ Lee. She's out having a baby right now, but I do not agree 100% with Shad. Yes, there's a little bit of her. It looked like she hasn't wrestled for real. And honestly, God, I don't think there's any conditioning that you can do to fix that. The only way to get in the wrestling ring shape is to be wrestling full time. But the match told a story. A bit of a fun story at times. It's not my cup of tea. Whenever I see real life couples together, it just kind of seems awkward to me. When they're wrestling together, it just kind of seems awkward because at times you see the way they really are with each other, and like I really feel like when AJ is with Punk, Punk is kind of shy and like standoffish, like oh yes, and when I see Becky and Seth, they're just kind of goofy together, and I really feel like that's how they are with each other, and I don't want to see that out of the way in my wrestling. I really feel like this was more of a bucket list thing for them. Like, yes, I want to share. Like, you have things that you do. For those that are married, you have certain things that you want to do and share with your partner. And I feel like that's what this match was, 100%. It is a chapter to add in that book. So it knocks out two birds with one stone. You get to share with your partner, and you get to mark off another chapter in your book of love. I don't want to see it. It's just not for me. It's not anything that is bad with it or anything. It's just not for me. So that's and I can only speak for myself on this. I'm pretty sure there are people that love this. They think it is a match of the year candidate, and in actuality, this probably could have been a WrestleMania match. If this were casuals, they probably love it to death. It's long. It's a lot of goofiness. This is and Seth and Punk is supposed to be a blood feud. There should be no goofiness in a blood feud. That's my biggest thing about this right now. We should be on the road to a Hell in a Cell match between Seth and Punk, but we're here having fun double date couple time wrestling with our their significant others, and that part is what rubbed me wrong with it. But I see everything that the casuals would love about it. They love the fun interactions between husbands and wives. They see the interactions between a top five of all time and with two top fives of all time because Becky's up there too. And you also get a lot of just fantasy WWE 2K26 type stuff. So, but like I said, it's not for me. I only speak for myself. This match was not for me. It didn't cater to me, but I see why people do like it.
Yeah, you could if you want to watch something like that. There's a plenty of rom coms out there. Don't put it in my pro wrestling. Like for real, like I don't disagree with that point, especially like the point you made about Seth and Punk's dynamic, it being a blood feud and it coming out to this and it brings out the goofiness and silliness. Like
Like
It wasn't.
there was so much stuff that makes you want to smile at all.
Wasn't.
Like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to all during my match. Like my wife is probably would be watching it
By
and be
the
like,
way,
"Oh, they're so cute."
Fernando Zayas, cut
They're
her
very,
a
very
break.
cute.
She's been gone for an eternity. Not when y'all gave Nikki Bella all that BS from her last showing, and she never got cut slack by the fans. But AJ Lee gets cut slack for it, right? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all, like, okay, Nikki wrestled more. Y'all was beating that match down like a drum between her and Becky at Clash at Paris. And her and AJ put up the same amount of points. You know, AJ got more shots and had more help, and her performance looked a little bit more iffy. That's all I'm saying. I just want y'all to call it a spade on that. But we also got Benjamin Davis saying that match was pretty long. They definitely could have shaved time. The longer it went, it showed more of her ring rust. She'll be fine, but the match did overstay it. So welcome. Des, what are your thoughts, man? Do you share a lot of this, or am I just being a notorious hater right now?
Now, I'm not going to be bashing AJ Lee like that. I got a lot of friends who are really big fans of her, and they will not be happy if I go on and bash her live on air. So I'm going to say this. I thought it was fine, all right? The match, it was a lot of fun. I agree exactly what you guys said. It feels like a bucket list, right? And it's cool because, look, if I was a wrestler, being able to wrestle with my wife and wrestle two opponents who have a lot of history together, wrestle their wives and husband, it'd be really cool, right? They're exchanging finishers. They had that one spot where it looked like Becky was going to hit the manhandle slam on AJ on the table, but then she pushes AJ into CM Punk and Seth Rollins, and then then AJ does a curb stomp on Seth Rollins, like a bunch of different finishers going everywhere. It was fun, right? For me, it kind of felt a little bit, I wouldn't say exactly word for word, but kind of like Triple H and Stephanie versus Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey back at WrestleMania 34, right? The mixed tag match, where I feel like Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, they played really good being like that really cocky couple, that couple that's like, on top of everybody. They're champions of the world, kind of how Triple H and Stephanie were back in the day. And I think CM Punk and AJ Lee did really good playing the fan favorites, where they just had a lot of animosity. And I also agree with Dryzzy, where there was a lot of, oh, look at them, they're teaming together. And you're right, because CM Punk and Seth Rollins, like, they got a blood feud. Seth Rollins said to CM Punk straight up, I hate you, I hate your family, I hate your wife, he said like all of this stuff. So that's not really something you want to see replicated in this type of match. But to me, I thought this was fun. It was fine. I agree. This definitely could have main evented a WrestleMania. Okay, not main event WrestleMania, but could have been on a WrestleMania. I think that's more what I would say. But yeah, this was fine for what it was. I'm intrigued. I feel like AJ and Becky for the women's Intercontinental Championship is on the table, and we'll see what's next for CM Punk and Seth Rollins. I mean, it looks like Seth Rollins might have his hands full with an American Nightmare, so we'll just have to wait and see.
That is breaking news, by the way. Seth and Cody has been announced.
For real? I just threw it up in the air. Oh, is it actually for real announced?
Yeah. I got breaking news from Ben Allison. Cody and Seth was been made official. I guess it happened at the press
conference.
Yeah, I just got that notification too. Yeah,
I'm happy with it. I mean, the Crown Jewel Championship, that sucks, but Cody and Seth, they got banger matches, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, so that will be happening, like you mentioned, at Crown Jewel. So that's going to be interesting. Obviously, them two got a lot of history with each other.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, shit, that's from the start of Cody coming back into the WWE.
Exactly.
So,
the torn
speaking of Cody, yeah, torn pec. Speaking of Cody is still champion.
Yes.
Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre. Man, this was our main event. This was a fine match. It served its purpose. I think these guys, definitely went to war. But I think the main thing is this, and I want to get what y'all think about it. Obviously, we knew they were going to deliver a fine match. With the magnitude of how this card was displayed and all the the ESPN, right? All the media outlets tied to it. One, do you think the right choice was made, right? Do you think this should have been maybe a surprise? And two, do you think it was well deserved for a main event with all the other newsworthy stuff that happened on today's show? I kind of want to know y'all thoughts on that. Dryzzy, I will go to you first.
Do I feel should have been a main event? It is definitely a main event of a pay per view. I'm not sure if this would have been the one that I would want to make it the main event for, just because of all the other things that are on paper happening. So the Vision and the Usos reunion definitely could have been a main event for a pay per view. Stephanie and Io, definitely a main event. The Punks and the Rollins families, definitely a main event. WrestleMania esque. Lesnar and Cena probably should have been the main event. This one, I feel like it was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And it has absolutely nothing to do with Cody or Drew at all, because both of them did as much as they possibly could to get that match going. I don't think that it took any. It did. I don't think there's anything else more we could have did to make that match any better. Both of them did an incredible job. It's just there are some cards it is hard to place matches, and I feel like this is one of those where it is a lose-lose no matter what, just because of everything else that's gone on throughout the night. Because although this was a good match, we're talking about how good Io and Stephanie was. We're talking about how much of a in love the Punks and the Rollins families are. We're talking about how dominant the Vision is. We're talking about how dominant Brock Lesnar was and why we don't want to see him on our wrestling. We're not talking about how good Cody and Drew really were. Both men have nothing to be ashamed of. It was a really good match. I just think they were placed in a tough spot and told deal with it, make it work, and they did the best they could.
You know what? That is a very fair statement on that. I think timing is a key. I guess how they started off the show really set the tone for like
It did.
anything newsworthy
It
tonight.
it
Yeah.
really did.
And that's the toughest part. I guess maybe it's a little bit of they wanted the crowd to go happy with Cody winning, but obviously, Des, I heard you are a Cody crybaby. You know, you had your tears and your wife. How'd you feel about the match?
I do have a Cody poster actually back when it was SmackDown, so I got that WWE shot. I haven't framed it yet, but Cody winning, I mean, it's the right call, right? As much as you hate it, he is the face of WWE, right? He is on ESPN, he's on everything WWE. I like him winning. It's just the match itself. I want them to revisit this because I feel like there's legs that you can go towards. Well, not Crown Jewel now, but I feel like there's legs where you can still revisit this feud and you can keep it going, right? It just kind of felt like, okay, Drew comes back, he knocks out, takes Cody Rhodes out. He, Street Fighter, right? Been kayfabe, he's out of action, comes back and then beats him, and it's just like that, right? I just feel like they could have done a lot more. They were tag team champions before, back in like 2010, so I do feel like there's a lot more to revisit. And one more thing that you mentioned too was, should this be the main event? Like Dryzzy said, all these matches you see listed here, they could be the main event because they're just filled with star power. Some of them under-delivered, but all of them could realistically be the main event. I heard, I think it was Kobe or Ben mentioned that AJ Lee, CM Punk, and Becky versus Becky and Rollins got 34 minutes or so, and Cody versus Drew got 17 minutes. So honestly, if that was going to be the case, I would have the mixed tag match main event, right? Because nothing really major happened. It was just a fine WWE Championship match. No Randy Orton. The Rock didn't come back, which, to be honest, was one of the dumbest things I heard. My sweet summer child, please do not fall for that, all right? I was seeing that all over social media. Oh, The Rock's going to come back. He's going to help Drew win. Like, stop it, bro. Don't be disappointed. I'm a Cowboys fan. I deal with disappointments. I'm trying to save y'all, all right? We don't got to be going down that route. But for me, I'm just excited for Cody versus Seth right now. Cody versus Drew. I hope they can revisit this, and I'm really curious to see where Randy Orton fits into the mix.
He's a Cowboy fan. That means it was a catch.
I actually have a thing over there that's caught it.
It was a catch. It was a catch. But
it was. Name is Dez. I said this on the prediction show last week. They just see Drew as a great hand. They don't
True.
see him as the top guy anymore. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
I hate that. I think he can be a top guy. I think he's shown that he should be the top guy with a lot that he's done in the last couple of years. They put him in these positions, but he's always the person that makes someone else look good. You know what I'm saying? Like it's now to your point, what you said. What's next? Like what is next for him? Right? Like the build for this. Like this is a good comment right here. Benjamin saying, I understand why it was there, but catering to ESPN as opposed to telling a story because the story was Drew kicked him in the head on a random SmackDown, and that's it.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the insult to us that watch it on a weekly basis. That's just hyper booking for it just to get them on the card. And that's the issue that I have with it. This match was built so fast, and this is our main event. The main event, if anything, for any pay-per-view, for any PLE, should be the most delicate, given the most time to make you want to watch the show. This is what we're here for. You look at All Out, Fletcher and Hangman. This has been going for a little bit, right? They told the story. This is the world champion, and there's a reason for it. And that's why I deliver. And that's why you can tell a story in a match. This was just like, it's no different than them just having a random impromptu match on a SmackDown than what they did over here. So,
and you know what's crazy is there's so much story behind this.
Yeah,
I think I did a run through of it in 5 minutes. It probably could have created a better storyline than what they had. Y'all got to remember, Drew McIntyre wrote the book that Cody Rhodes studied from.
True.
He was the first person to go to the end and rebuild himself and then come back as a big deal. Cody seen that and like, oh shit, I want to do that too.
I'm gonna do that too. And
exactly. I agree. There was so much more to tell. That's why they got to revisit this. Can't be a one-off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. But I do have to say that is all the time that we have for tonight's show. Thank you, everyone, for coming out, supporting us, man. There's a lot of y'all in the viewers on X watching, on Facebook, on YouTube, IG, man. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all here tomorrow, regular time. We're going to do a all-out review show. Episode 1000. Congratulations to us at Wrestling Republic and all the rest of the gang on there. Y'all take care, man. Y'all all get some good night rest. I know everybody is tired.
Y'all had an AEW show and got done in the Eastern time. Come on, y'all. This is the time to get in bed. I got my blanket here now. I'm ready to go sleep.
I'm ready to go to bed too, bro. Work at 8 a.m. It's going to be tough. But we're going to push through.
Y'all go ahead, man. Get some rest. It was a lot of wrestling for everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. Y'all take care. Peace.